Now, when it comes to a person writing,
Yes.
and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag a little bit.
Yeah.
We're working on some projects. I'm not going to give away nothing about those projects. I'm sort of hesitant about saying what I just said there.
Yeah.
But say a person's at home and they think they have that talent. They think they have that talent to write or to serve the Lord in that way. What's the first step in writing something for the Lord? Because we've got 150 Psalms that are powerful and filled with song and praise to the Lord. How do we do that today?
So obviously we're not going to write. We don't write new scripture these days, right? We don't write inspirational, words of God. That does not happen at all.
No
so
chance.
we go to the Bible, right? This is God's written word, and we might see a verse in our reading, and God might say, He might inspire you. You know what I mean?
Exactly
He might give you the words to a poem, right? And Psalm 23, for example. And you might write something about Psalm 23. And maybe a tune comes in your head. Psalm 23 is scripture. God would love that. It is pure scripture. So first things first, if you want to write something inspirationally, use the Bible. It's the key aspect of writing songs. If it's not correct doctrine, really not worth it.
You've got your problem there.
Then it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because it will mean nothing. And I reckon show someone else your work. Because then they'll get you hyped up about it.
All right, I'll get into that then. I'm not going to say what the project is because it's a project that I guess I wrote 2 years ago and showed it to you last year or this year. It was either late last year or early this year.
Last year, yeah.
It's last year. So I had this project, ladies and gents, and I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't think it was good. But Ryan was saying, we've all got talents that we don't know about. So I showed him this project. I showed him this song that I wrote. I wrote this song at a very difficult time. I wrote this song at a very hard time in my life. And I'd just written it because I needed to release, I guess. God had so much going on in my mind at the time, and I needed a release. And one of my releases is writing. It's always been that way. So I wrote this and I showed it to you. I thought it was horrendous, but you told me it was actually pretty good.
It was interesting. It was good.
It was a very rough first draft.
Yeah.
But you saw something in it that I didn't. Yeah. And that was big because I thought, okay, maybe God can do something here. And then we collaborated for a solid two months on that.
Yeah.
And we made something out of it.
Yeah.
Now we haven't completed it yet, and I'm going to blame you for that. I'm putting Ryan on show here, ladies and gents. I bug him every week to finish this thing.
And I say that's your audition. Okay?
That's
your audition.
But we were able to collaborate on that in 2 months. And my favorite thing about writing in general, I've written stuff songwriting. I've written project after project that hasn't seen the light of day.
Yeah.
But what writing does for me anyway is it brings me closer to God and it shows me something I didn't see before.
Yeah.
And I think that whole collaboration process between the two of us showed me something I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And it showed me, hold on a minute, John Legend isn't the only songwriter out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like God can really use us if we really do take a step out and take a step in faith to do something completely different. Because it can be a very interesting thing to put yourself out there in words and song.
Yeah.
And it can be very nerve-wracking as well. Cut.